Hello everyone, I'm Sachin Kalia. Welcome to my channel CloudPipers. I hope all of you are doing good and safe during this pandemic situation. So far I have created various video demonstration related to Azure DevOps and Terraform and various other things related to ARM template. How can we utilize infrastructure as a code? So I would recommend you to go through with these set of videos to enhance your skills related to Azure. In today's demonstration, I'll be talking a bit about Azure Security Center. So whenever we think about security within cloud and its workload, then though there are various other ways, like we do have firewall in Azure, we do have NSGs, we can place a numbers of other things related to security when we consider, but top of that, Azure has introduced Azure Security Center, which is a major pillar in order to secure. It provides Azure Security Center is a unified infrastructure security management system and which strengthens your security posture for your data center, and it provides advanced threat protection across your hybrid workload in cloud or onto the on-premises, right? So we have to ensure the security when we consider infrastructure as a code, comparison to platform as a security and the software as a service. So in today's video demonstration, I'll be touching few areas related to Azure Security Center. How can we enable its standard pricing tier and what are those options available in order to get started with Azure Security Center, though it is a very deep dive topic, honestly, but we can start with this and in upcoming days I'll be bringing few more video demonstration related to Azure Security Center. So let's jump into this practically. So here, as you can see, I do have security center option available, though you can type here Azure Security. Yeah, we do have security center. As soon as you click here, it opens a window which brings lot of potential information regarding your subscription and its resources, right? You can filter your subscription as per your need, but I do have only one for now. As you can see, it has a very beautiful layout which states you about the policy and compliance, overall secure score, subscription coverage, and the resource security hygiene. What are recommendation by Azure Security Center? As we can see, we do have high severity, medium severity, and for now there is zero low severity. And resource health by severity, three are related to compute, one is data storage and the identity and access resources. The networking option is also there, and threat protection, which was a primary area, I would say, in order to identify if there is any security threat. So it generates an alert which helps you in order to identify what was a challenge actually. So though as onto the left of the screen, we do have various other options, policy and compliance, resource security hygiene, advanced cloud defense, and the threat protection. But in today's demonstration, I'll be talking about its overview, just which I have just shared, and the pricing and setting, which is more essential when you work uh, with Security Center. So once I click onto the pricing and tier, as you can see, I do have one tenant and subscription and one log analytic workspace. If I click here onto my Visual Studio Enterprise subscription, then we do have few options available onto the left side: pricing tier, data collection, email notification, threat protection, and workflow along with continuous export. So I'll be going through each of these one by one. But prior to that, as onto the screen, we do have two options, and it is notifying me Upgrading to standard tier for enhanced security, try it free for 30 days. You can try it free for 30 days. After that, it will be charging you. There are various difference which I can see, for the free version, continuous assessment and the security recommendations are there. Azure secure score is there, but others options are not permitted within free account. For that purpose, you have to enable or you have to opt the standard, which is very rich in nature. It permits you for and notifies you for the just-in-time VM access and adaptive application control and network hardening, regulatory compliance dashboard and reports, and the threat protection, of course, for the past services as well. And once I select this, right, so these are the pricing tier by resources. For the virtual machine, generally charges $15 server per month, and it is enabled for the SQL Server machines. I do not have right now, but it is free during the preview. And the storage account, it charges almost $0.02 per 10,000 transaction. So this is how you can understand these details, and it is up to you whether you want to enable it or disable it as per your need. But once I select this, there is an option to save it. I have upgraded my version to standard. So let it update it. It should not take more than a couple of minutes, I would say, till the time I am pausing my video. Yes, it has been actually updated. So moving ahead, going to the data collection. Yeah, it has been updated, and going to the data collection, as you can see, it is advising a security center collects security data and the events from your resources and services, which helps you to prevent, detect, and responding to the threats. And the auto provisioning, if I enable this, right, by default it comes as a disabled mode, but it enables an automatic installation of the Microsoft monitoring agent onto the all VMs in your subscription. And once it is enabled, any new or existing VM without an installed Microsoft monitoring agent extension, it will have to provision it, right? So once I enable it, if the VM already has SCOM or OMS agent installed locally, then Microsoft Monitoring Agent will still be installed and connected to the configured workspace, right? So once we install a Microsoft Monitoring Agent, Azure monitors our security center starts collecting all those information, right? So by default, it goes with this option, use a workspace created by default in a security center. But for my own purpose, I have already created a workspace, right, with name of CloudPipers log entity workspace, right? So I have opted this option. And once you select this, it also enables you to utilize all of these window security events. Select the window security event to collected and stored. When you change your selection from none, you start to pay for the stored event. So once I select all these events, then all the Windows security and app locker events get stored into the log analytic workspace, whichever I have chosen here. And if I go into the minimal set of events, then it might indicate the potential threats. By enabling this option, you won't be able to have full audit trial. For now, I have opted all events and good to go. I have selected this. So would you like to reconfigure monitor VM to apply this workspace on already monitor VM reporting security center? Yes, I will go this option. Parallel it is running, right? It has updated in a few seconds only. The email notification. So it allows you to go with the email notification, all the user with a specific role. If either you are owner or account admin or service admin or contributor. And the same way you can enable to keep like my email IDs, right? Assuming s.com, right? Hotmail.com, right? The same way, use the setting below, select the type of the email notification to be sent by the security center. Notify about the alert when the following severity. Once you click on this checkbox, it opens up three options, right? Like high, medium, low. I am interested in low, medium as per our business need, but generally the high is a potential one, so I have opted this as well. So this is how you can enable and utilize this. The another one is a threat protection. The same way, to enable a security center to integrate with other Microsoft security services, like allow Microsoft Cloud App Security to access my data, the same way Window Defender ATP to access my data. You can jump into more detail. It provides some links, right? You can jump into those. Just save it. And the workflow automation, it is all about in case once you reach here, right, add workflow automation. So just type in if sample one, sample workflow, right? You can provide any description as per you need. Sample workflow for now. The resource group you can choose, right? The triggering condition, when you want to trigger this automated workflow which you are creating actually right now. So as soon as any threat detection alert, the alert name contains specific things. As you can see here, click here to see security center reference list of alerts and all severity alerts, right? The another option is security center recommendation. So once you opt that option, all the recommendations selected, so these are all the recommendations selected, right? All the severity, and if either of the options notifies, right, then your workflow may execute, right? So the recommendation state is this: healthy, unhealthy, and state. Doesn't matter for us. I have opted to go with all. The same way, the action you want to perform. So for now, I do not have any logic app, but as soon as you would have any logic app, then it allows you to choose that and just click create. So your workflow will be created against the condition you have opted here, triggering conditions. Just choose the trigger condition that will automatically trigger the configured action, right? So this is a one of the potential use case where you can trigger your workflow, which is a logic app actually. Continuous export is either you want to transmit your data either into Event Hub or the Log Analytic workspace. In my last video demonstration, which is uh, I have published here, store as your subscription log to Log Analytic workspace. It is not exactly, but somewhere you would get an idea about how can you enable or transmit your logs towards that towards Log Analytic workspace. But here, if I want to go with Event Hub, you just choose your options. What are the security recommendations? And these are the set of recommendation. It is up to you whether you want to go with all or with a specific one. The security alert, it is up to you until it is high. Until it is not high, then you are not bothered to have such alerts, right? So the same way, the subscription you have to opt event hub name, event names, and the event policy name. Here onto the other side, we do have log analytic workspace. The same way, you can opt security recommendations, security alert, right? And here we do have our CloudPipers log. So this is how you can continuously start transmitting all those information towards log analytic workspace, where you can perform uh, create Azure Monitor log alerts based on to the log analytic query. Once you perform all those queries, then you Azure Monitor allows you to create further alerts, and on that basis you can take adequate action in order to notify or integrate with other SIEM tool like ServiceNow and others like Splunk as well. So this is a bit about to start with security center. These are essential and you can get benefited after enabling all these properties for the security center. Thank you so much for listening me, and you can reach me on my channel which is CloudPipers. You can reach me through my blog which is .netpiper.com, and I would say stay safe and stay happy. Keep learning. Thank you.